Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have Ficus pumila, a popular ornamental in tropical and subtropical areas, and I recently even found it growing outdoors in Germany. I was very surprised, but then I found out, actually it can survive up to USDA zone 8, but it's most popular in the subtropics. It grows basically like an ivy. Here are the stems, which grow up the wall. Here you can see it grows together with ivy. This is Hedera canariensis. This is Ficus pumila. And in the city of Puerto, on the island of Tenerife, it is Ficus pumila season now. Pretty much all the plants are fruiting. Most of the fruit are green. You will find a ripe one or two on pretty much every plant, but the ripe ones, they fall off the plant pretty quickly and then they shrivel up. So most of them will be kind of greenish. Well, look at the size of those figs, folks. Wow. Lots of milky sap, but look at the size. They are basically the size of Ficus carica fruit. Oh, and they are producing a ton of milky sap, which is not good. It's sticky, it's toxic, and you shouldn't get it in your eyes. Well, imagine an ornamental fig with such huge fruit, if you could eat it. However, if you go on the internet, it goes from non-palatable, non-edible to outright toxic, dangerous, and even spiny. Well, I am not aware of toxic fig species. They can be astringent or unpleasant or sticky, irritating, but really toxic, no. And spiny, I don't know a fig with spines, and Ficus pumila is no exception. No spines on this Ficus pumila. Well, fortunately, pretty much everything where Westerners say it's non-edible, the Chinese and their neighbors have found a way to eat it. And this is no exception. The Chinese actually eat this. They even have a nice story how they discovered that this is edible, and they're gonna tell you this story. So the story goes like this. There was a rich merchant who was traveling through the countryside and who stopped at a river bank, and in the river there were yellow clumps of some jello-like substance which were floating downstream, and he went there and actually ate those yellow clumps. How crazy must the person be to basically, oh, there is some yellow, slimy, gelatinous, wobbly stuff floating down the river, what shall I do? Oh, let's try it. He tried them and he liked them, and he wanted to know where they come from. So he saw some Ficus pumila vines on the trees, and this jello was dripping down from the fruit. So he tried the jello dripping down from the fruit. He confirmed, yeah, that's the jello that's floating in the water. And then he delegated the task to make this into a dish, into a food, to his daughter. And his daughter actually managed to find out the way. Basically, you harvest those figs. Usually you cut them open, you soak them in water, you knead them really violently, and you basically squeeze the jello out of them. And then you can put the jello into forms, flavor it with some tea or sugar or honey or some fruit juice and whatever, and you get nice jello, nice sweet edible jello. There seems to be even a form or variety which is edible out of hand, but I didn't find much information on it. Maybe one day, if I have enough time, I'll try to make the jello. For now, let's try this fresh fruit, which is supposed to be non-edible, not tasty, toxic, and even spiny. It looks very boring on the outside, but very beautiful on the inside. Look at that. Lots of small pink flowers, and in the base there are some bigger flowers of a lighter shape. And then the little hole where the wasps are supposed to enter is being blocked by some even more pale flowers. Here is the hole from the outside with some of those little things protruding. The wasps which pollinate figs are really small, so this is in order to prevent bigger insects to come in and basically to prevent the wasps to get out before time. So yeah, the Chinese make jello out of those figs. They even dry them and store them for later use as jello. Taste-wise, maybe a slight flavor of chrysanthemum or some other astereaceae. But as you can already see, this is some spongy tissue which is not really good for fresh consumption. But if you can make it into tasty jello, I'm in. So folks, this time I tried just the fresh fruit of Ficus pumila. Maybe next time I'll bother to make the jello. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Tenerife. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.